In solar system design, we need to battery, then solar PV panel. Okay. Then inverter, etc. And suppose this is the first point, and in the second point, and we have to measure the power and energy requirements of different appliances. Okay. Right. One thing, Dipesh, are you there? Yes.
Sir, I think Devesh is not here.
So we'll be taking the attendance.
So I will be taking. So Manas.
Manas.
Yes.
So please take it. Like, just a minute. From DT 18 days, like what present? Rule number 49, 71,
Yes, sir, I am present.
49, 71, 81,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, 81.
Sir, 71.
89, 110, Nikhil Verma, Jubair, 130,
Present, sir.
Present, sir. Present.
110 present, sir.
okay, 132,
132 present, sir.
Chaitanya, then 140, 141, 42, 43,
Present, sir.
44, 43 Geetika, 44, which 44, 45, 45, Kiran, Kiran Kumar, he left. Chaitanya, who is 144, I think he is Satyanarayana Pavan, isn't it? Jubair, Mohammed Jubair, 130,
Yes, sir. Present, sir.
who is 144, 144,
Bhaskar, sir. Bhaskar, I guess.
and Bhaskar is not here. Bhaskar that you are talking about. Yes, I checked. He is Pavan Satyanarayana, 144. So he is very irregular in the class. Where is there one? Tanisha, are you there? Tanisha not there. Manoj, now you take the attendance from your page.
Yes, sir.
You can take the screenshot also. Right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I will take the screenshot.
So here we are talking about we have to match the power and energy requirements of different appliances, isn't it? Now, how to calculate it? So this is most important part. Like, no, for inverter, how much energy lost it is there? What is the energy losses? What is the quantity of energy losses? Or there in the battery? What kind of battery we are using? Whether it is lithium ion battery or lead acid battery, then accordingly we have to consider, no, uh, like for lead acid battery, the DOD, the depth of discharge is 50%. 50%. Suppose if our requirement from the battery, suppose from the battery we have to extract uh, 12 kilowatt 12 kilowatt energy per day basis, then the battery capacity must be double the energy requirements. That is, that battery capacity is should the energy equivalent to 24 kilowatt hour per day, isn't it? So here for our solar system, we are generally use that lead acid batteries and lithium ion batteries. It is no costly, so generally people doesn't use this lithium ion batteries. Although that its DOD is 90%. 90% energy we can extract from the lithium ion kind of batteries. Then, oh, if we mount that solar panel, it is not converting or it is not extracting 100% energy from the solar system. It's not possible. So the solar panel sizing, it should be more also, isn't it? Then here our like energy requirement for the different appliances, it is 9 point, how much it is? 9.1. So for our better calculation, we can consider this one as 9. Okay, we'll consider this one. Okay, 9.1 only we'll consider. Suppose 9.1 kilowatt hour per day. Kilowatt hour per day. So it is the total energy requirement. Okay. That is there 1 kilowatt energy must be supplied there in the load. So this is supplying from the inverter. The energy converts, sorry, for the load, the energy supplied from the battery through this inverter. It supplies through this inverter only. Okay. So here in the panel, the energy is generating. So there, first of all, it is going there in the inverter. It is through inverter only. The energy is extract. Then from the inverter, it is going there in the battery to store the energy. And from this battery, again, it is going there. No, it is kind of cyclic system. And from this inverter, it is supplying the energy there in the different loads, different equipment, different appliances. Okay. Just a minute. So here there will be loss, okay, while converting or while sending the energy from that inverter to different appliances. There we'll be considering 20% of energy loss. Okay, 20%. So if 20% energy loss is there, then how much energy must be supplied over there? How much of energy? Uh, 20% energy losses means, so 20% energy loss, that is 9.1 and 0.2. How much energy losses will be there? Near about, it is 1.8. Okay. Then there in the inverter itself, minimum of like 9.1 plus 1.8 kilowatt hour per day basis energy must be stored over there in the inverter. Okay. So how much it is? 10.9. So it will be 10.9. So 10.9 energy must be supplied there in the inverter. Then this, my pen is disturbing. So here the unit will be kilowatt hour per day. Zero 0.2, this is 1.8, and all the students write it down. Okay, what I'm writing from your side also you have to write it. So finally I'm not going to share this PPT, okay, as it is writing part only, so better to write from your side also. Then here this much 10.9 kilowatt hour per day basis energy must be supplied there in the inverter. Okay. Then next comes the battery. Then how much energy must be stored? How much energy must be stored there in the battery from the solar panel? Here we are using the lead acid batteries. Okay. So it's very simple. DOD is 50% for lead acid battery. DOD for lead acid battery is 50%. Then if our requirement is 10.9, then energy must be stored. No, it will be 10.9 to how much it is? 21.8 kilowatt hour. Okay, energy must be stored over there. So there, then if our requirement for the energy storage is 21.8 kilowatt hour, then what kind of battery we must choose. Uh, the market generally that battery are available with that voltage and ampere hour rating. Voltage and ampere hour rating. So they are generally they keep battery for 12 voltage, 12B, or for large size of batteries it is coming as 24 volt. And that ampere hour rating, it may be 150 or 200 or 250 ampere hour. So here I'm writing just. So there the battery storage is the battery storage capacity, it must be for 21.8 kilowatt hour per day basis. Okay, that is, if you are going to store the energy for one day, then your battery capacity, it must consist this one 21.8 kilowatt hour basis. And suppose you are going to store the energy for 2 days, it will be the double capacity, isn't it? So generally that battery we are talking about, it is coming with that voltage and ampere rating, voltage and ampere hour rating. So voltage generally comes with about 12 volt, okay, and ampere hour it may be like 150, then 200, then 250. So here 12 volt and then 24 volt. So these are the like common ratings. So here we'll be considering this 12 volt and 200 ampere hour battery. Okay. So you just multiply these two, then how much it's coming? 2.4 kilowatt hour capacity if we use this one. So now from one small battery, we can use the power, just divide it by 2. So this much of power we can use. Okay. So here already we have divided it with 50%. So here, okay. Then from one battery we can extract 2.4 kilowatt hour energy from a single battery. Then how many numbers of batteries are required? How many numbers of batteries are required? It's simple. So our total energy storage capacity there in the battery, it is 21.8. So divide it by 2.4. So how much it is coming? Just you calculate it and let me know. 9.08. So number of batteries, it will be 9.08. So here we have to take the round figure. So 9 batteries are required. Okay, with 12 volt and 200 ampere hour capacity. Got no? So this is the one finding for the battery sizing. And there, no, I forgot like one point to be mentioned, like what kind of inverter or which size of inverter we must choose for this much of load for 9.1 kilowatt hour per day capacity, or energy required. So what should be the inverter capacity? So here we consider that 20% energy losses are there, and we have to supply like how much 10.9 kilowatt hour per day basis, okay, over there. Then what should be the capacity of inverter? There 9.12, that is 1.8 losses are there. One 1.8 kilowatt hour losses are there. So we need to like select the inverter near about 1.8 kilowatt hour, 1.8 kilowatt. So in the market, this like 1.8 capacity or 1.8 kilowatt capacity inverter is not available. So we need to choose the next level inverter, that is like 2 kilowatt hour inverter we have to choose. Here the inverter, it must be 2 kilowatt hour or 2 kilovolt ampere inverter, you can say. You're talking about inverter. And battery, how much battery, what kind of capacity? So there, here we'll be supplying 10.9 kilowatt hour per day. Kilowatt hour per day basis energy we are supplying there in the inverter. And additionally, we have to consider the losses also. And the battery, for the battery, will be using 12 volt and 200 ampere hour capacity of batteries. Okay, there will be 9 numbers of batteries. For each battery, the capacity will be 12 volt and 200 ampere hour. Then the next, for the battery, how much like capacity of inverter is required, or how much energy must be supplied there in the battery. So here, as we are talking about per day basis, so 9 batteries are required if its capacity is 12 volt and 200 ampere hour for a single day. So if you wish to store the energy for 2 days or 3 days, then accordingly you have to increase the number of batteries. Okay. Then now for the battery, how much energy must be supplied? here for this battery. How much energy must be supplied? Okay. There the losses there in the battery, it is near about 15%. So if we consider 15% energy loss, 15% energy loss there in the battery we are considering. Then there we are able to supply 10.9, okay, 10.9 kilowatt hour per day. Then if 15% losses are there, then just you calculate it, it will be, and that is the input battery, it must be, that is 10.9 into how much it is coming? How much? So it is coming 12.5. 12.53. So we'll be considering 12.5. Okay. So this is the input energy required. This is the input energy required to the battery. So it will be 12.5. Okay. Then how much? There again losses will be there. This inverter, no, this inverter is the most important part. No, this inverter is the very important part. So here we'll be considering losses again. We'll be considering the losses again. Losses will take little more. Will take around near about 4%. So 4% of 12.5. Okay, 4% of 12.5. That is how much it will come. So 0.5. 0.5 energy or 0.5 kilowatt hour per day losses will be there. No, so total energy which should be supplied there in the panel, it will be 12.5 plus we are considering now 4% energy losses while sending there in the battery. 4% of 12.5. So 13 kilowatt hour per day basis we have to supply there in the battery. Okay. Then actually in this one, no, this much of energy, this coming to the inverter. No, actually this inverter, it takes care of that controls of battery charging and discharging. No, in general controls. over the overcharging of battery and charging of battery and the maximum power extraction from the solar panel also. Okay, so it helps to extract the maximum energy from the solar panel also. So here inverter plays an important role. So this much after 4% of energy loss, if we consider, then we have to generate 13 kilowatt hour per day. Then again, there in the solar panel, there is a loss. There is a loss obviously whenever we are like collecting that solar radiation, solar irradiance, whatever it is, or the solar energy. There is loss due to that generation of high temperature there above the solar panel, or due to dust also, due to other particle also. There is a loss all the time. So there we have to consider kind of near about 25% losses there in the solar panel. Okay, the solar panel near about 25% losses are there. So there, how much energy, how much of minimum energy must be generated there in the panel? If our requirement is now 13 kilowatt hour per day, how much energy must be generated, or what kind of capacity, what kind of panel capacity must be used? So this is about the panel sizing. Okay. So there we need to supply 13 kilowatt and 13 kilowatt hour per day basis, and as there is 25% of energy loss, there in the solar panel, then we need to consider this one 13 into 0.25, it will be coming 3.25 kilowatt hour per day basis. So how much of energy that solar panel must be generated? So it will be 13 plus 3.25 kilowatt hour per day basis that solar panel must generate. Okay. And you know that solar radiation, what is the unit of solar radiation? For the unit, it is kilowatt hour per meter square per day basis. So here we'll be considering the solar radiation, and that is in the last class, the few last classes we discussed about this one. There the range is like 4 to 6 kilowatt hour per meter square per day in few locations of India. So here we'll be considering the average one, that is 5.5 kilowatt hour per meter square per day basis. Okay. Then we are not getting the solar energy for like 12 hours or even for not for 10 hours also in a single day. In a single day, we are not getting that one. So how many hours of solar radiation it is falling there in the solar panel, how to calculate it? So for this, there is a kind of standard test condition. Okay. So here we are considering 5.5 kilowatt hour meter square per day. Now you have to divide it by that 1000 watt per meter square. Okay, this is known as the standard test condition. So divide 5. This is 5.5. Okay. So how much it is coming? So this is 5.5. So here we will be getting how much? 5 point, no, like here, sorry, how 0.005 is coming. Here it is watt. Here it is watt per meter square. And there it is kilowatt. First of all, you have to convert it into watt. So convert it into watt. Then divide it with 1000. Then how much it is coming? So 5.5 hour. 5.5 hour per day basis. There no solar radiation is falling there in the solar panel. Got no? So what should be the solar panel power? Then here we have to generate 16.25 kilowatt hour per day basis there in the solar panel. Now you just divide it by this value 5.5 hour per day. So 16.25 kilowatt hour per day, divide it by 5.5 hour per day. So tell me the answer for this one. What is the value? 2.95 unit. Unit is the important one. What is the unit for this? Anush, a kilowatt. Yes. So it is 2.95 kilowatt. So solar panel size or power capacity is 2.95 kilowatt. And there in the market, no, like capacity of each solar panel that is coming generally with 250 watt. Earlier also the same we discussed. So 250 watt capacity panel is available in the market. No, 250 watt peak. No, it can generate maximum 250. So if you like, if you wish to take large size of solar panel, then you can search for it, and otherwise you can make it double also. So suppose for 250 watt, if the size is like 2 meters square, then if you are looking for 500 watt, then make it double, 4 meters square. So this way also you can find it out, or you can make it from your side also. But generally there in the market, 250 watt capacity panel is available, easily available. Okay. So if you consider 250 watt capacity panel, then how many panels must be used for the generation of 16.25 kilowatt hour per day? How many panels we must use? So 250 watt capacity is there for each panel. Then our requirement is 2.95 kilowatt, 2.95 kilowatt. Then how many panels we have to use? Number of panels, okay? Number of panels. This is the number of panels. So 11 point something is coming. How much it is? 11 point. You can unmute your mic and you can say 11.8. Oh, 11.8. So we'll make it round figure, no? So 11.8. So we'll make it round figure, and that is 12 panels. We have to use total 12 panels for the generation of 16.25 kilowatt hour per day. Now make it summarize. Make it summarize. How many panels we are using? Here we'll be using total 12 panels. And what is the battery storage capacity, or the number of batteries for the storage of 1 day's energy? How many batteries? 9 batteries we are using with 12 volt and 200 ampere hour rating, that battery. And inverter, for the inverter 2 kVA inverter we are using, and here we are using 12 panels with 250 watt solar panel rating. And that in the battery, how many batteries? 9 batteries. 9 batteries with 12 volt and 12 volt, 12 volt and 200 ampere hour rating. Okay, and here how much it was? 9.1. Kilowatt hour daily basis is required to run all the appliances. It is for AC solar system, isn't it? It is for AC solar system. So in this way, generally, their solar panel sizing or that battery requirement or solar home system is calculated. Is calculated using these formulas or using these techniques. So you can do it for your like own solar system design, whatever there in the first assignment. What you did is there you have calculated the total energy required for your own home system by calculating like all the appliances and for how long you're using that appliances. Okay, accordingly you have calculated the total energy required. So for that total energy required, you can design this solar panel system. That is how many solar panels are required or what should be the capacity of battery and what kind of that inverter you must choose. So do calculate it from your side with your own data. And other than this, and again this Sunday, by this Sunday, you have to update your individual work on that mini project work. Okay, so you have to update that in the Google Doc form. So individually you have to update it. So and while updating, you just mention the date also, and it must be in detail whatever you are doing. Don't mention like reading paper, learning software. This way, you should not write it. You should write in detail. Like if you're writing paper, then from that paper, what you got, what methodologies they have used, and then from your side, what you are going to implement from that paper, and how much you have implemented, what kind of technologies and what kind of methodologies you are using. Then if you're learning software, then how much part you have covered. Then how you are going to implement this software for your topic. Then the topic what it is provided to you. Then you just try to find out some results by using that software, okay, related to your topics. So by this coming Sunday, you have to update it there in the Google Doc. That's all for today. So you just practice it for solar energy calculation from your own home. Okay, then we'll leave. We'll stop over here.